committed that way tonight. And games are tight, and there's not a lot of room right there. So we found a way to win.
Kirk, how much of, maybe relief isn't the right word, but how much of a factor is that for you now these last two games? You've got Malhotra and Dvorak on that line. You've played with them, you know them, and they've contributed. That really has to take some of the heat off in some ways, just knowing that those guys can play like a scoring line in a sense and chip in.
Well, that's what I was saying. There's certain times of the game where all of a sudden the momentum changes, not in our favor, whatever. Right? Now you have a line that you can throw out and they just stabilize everything, and they bring a confidence on the bench that they're, I think some, of our players are watching these guys say, well, there's something to be said about these veteran players that play the game and make it look easy, and by doing the right things. So it's just, you just can't replace it. I mean, they've gone through their experience of playing these games, and they're showing it in the times right now where we're in a losing streak and we need some no one to hit the panic button and just stay the course is what we're preaching. These guys are going out doing it and they're getting results, and they've been a big contributor in these last two games.
Staying the course is easier. You have trust in your goaltender, which is what Justin said. He wants to play well, obviously, but he wants the trust of the team. It seems like he's.
Yeah, well, you know what? He's given us.
Throughout the stretch, right?
Yeah, he's given us an opportunity to win these last two games. He's done his job. We'd like to say we got to score more than 1 or 2 goals. But you know what? There's nights that you don't have to. But he's given us a confidence that we can just go out and play our game these last 2 games here and play it the way we want to play it. So he's done his job, and like I said, we've got timely goals in the last 2 games, but we're going to keep pushing, and some guys are going to break out of it, and one of these nights it will happen. But until that does happen with a big offensive outbreak, we got to stay the course as far as playing well defensively and playing with confidence like that we can win a 1-0 game. And if you can, that's a pretty good feeling as a team to know you can play that type of hockey.
Turns out the first goal was how nice was it to play with the lead?
Well, it is nice because you don't have to force stuff, and I think you're a little more comfortable, like we were saying, with the goaltending situation and the way guys are playing, defensively, you're able to just keep going, and now you're in a position where you're like, hey, we said after the second, they have to be the team now that has to take chances, not us. Let them be high risk and not us. And so I thought we went out and did that in the third.
You talk about the other night. You're saying you're not going to run any teams out of the building physically, but some tussles with Belmore and Gerby gets in them. Is that just showing just the tenacity, the not backing down type of mentality that your team's trying to develop or developing?
Well, I think it's just competing. I mean, Gerbs is not a big guy, but he works hard and he gets into those areas and he competes hard to come up with the puck and in battle, and he can irritate guys a little bit by doing that. So Belmore is just a big, solid defenseman that gets in everybody's way and frustrates people and can frustrate the forward by the way he plays that hard game. So they're hockey players. They want to play. I think for both of them it's a great opportunity this year for them to play, and they just try to make the most of it.
That's good.